Hello, everybody. I am going to talk a little bit and share a little bit about the symbolism of the phoenix and the lotus. And this piece is called the LOTIX, which is obviously a combination of the two, but very important symbols in our culture and in cultures around the world. Symbols of renewal, rejuvenation. And in this piece, the phoenix is opening, is kissing, unlocking her own heart, her own potential. And so the fiery phoenix, the fiery heart, is metaphor for how, well, it's not metaphor, it's actual. We can only truly be loved once we love ourselves, and that love can set us free, free of attachment, free of the need for anyone else, so that we can be this beautiful match. So the phoenix is, as we know, a bird that continually burns himself, and from his ashes there is an egg, and the egg hatches. So he's renewing himself every day. She symbolizes transformation, I think, in a really beautiful way, because it's like this rebirth through hardship, and this self inflicted disillusioning of ego is the metaphor that you can take. So maybe it's every day with sleep, or you can go on journeys, or sometimes it's a trauma that brings you to your knees. The decision with how are we going to emerge from this is the really powerful part of the mythology and the symbolism of the phoenix. So some things we might perceive as done to us, our walls might come crashing down, literally or figuratively, and what are we going to choose to bring with us into the next chapter of our life, into the next day. And I know one of the things that's really powerful about this piece is when I wake up and I behold it, it's a reminder of the sun is rising, the sun's going to rise soon, I'm going to get up every day until I don't, and what is it I'm going to bring with me, and what am I going to leave behind? So as a daily meditation, as a daily visual, this is one of the things that helps me, is that symbolism of the phoenix, that letting things die, letting them fall away, letting them come full circle, and then bringing those amazing things that are working into this day, and doing it from those first moments when you awaken is really a powerful thing. And then dying that night, putting things to bed, letting your systems recover and re-emerging. So this beautiful cycle of the phoenix and the sun and sleep. And there are other ways to experience, of course, very profound ways you can experience this death. Orgasm is called the mini death, when everything dissolves. Ayahuasca can help dissolve the ego and leave you with beautiful, the beautiful genesis for a new incarnation. Sleep, obviously, shavasana. So shavasana is the part at the end of yoga that I still can't get myself to do, probably because I'd fall asleep, but I finally feel like alive. But it's so important, and I know that, and I still can't do that. But shavasana is that, letting yourself die to come back even more powerful. Star Wars, how many Jedi have passed on and are more powerful in their next incarnation because they've left behind that which doesn't serve them anymore. So a symbol of the disillusioning of ego, and definitely, the fire of the sun, and of new action and new inspiration. And it's combined with the lotus. So this is a combination of the two. And the lotus, anywhere it grows and even where it doesn't, is a symbol of rising up through hardship. The lotus starts in the muck, it starts in the dark, and it rises up through the water, and then it opens, it trusts to open the surface. And what's beautiful about that is the metaphor of the water, which is our emotion and possibly our unconscious, and bridging that with our conscious, our light. So to not be afraid of our shadow, to not be afraid of emotion or pain, where we come from, to not suppress that, but pay homage to that. That's one of the beautiful things to me about the lotus, and why I wanted to combine the two symbols in this, is not just that everything's fire and sun and light. We do go through this death. We do go through, when we embrace our shadow side, we know where we come from, and then we're not suppressing all the other beautiful things that come from and can nourish us. So the lotus is nourished by the sun and by the nutrients in the muck. And it's this beautiful piece in between that can be part of our journey. And then it gets to the top and it trusts to open. And then that is the fragrance we can give everyone. It's the beauty we can give everyone. What energy do we offer? So by combining the two, sacred, very worldly symbols of enlightenment, of opening and renewal, it's a reminder to keep an open heart, to love myself, to set myself free. And when I feel dark, or if I feel depleted, it's often my attachments. And what is it I need to let go of? Maybe it's just a thought, maybe it's letting go of the day, maybe it's a relationship. And this piece helps me realize that these are choices, and these can happen every moment, and they don't need to be monumental. This can be an ongoing, beautiful inspiration. So this is what the LOTIX is about, and why I included it in the show, the summer show, the Chrysalis, because the phoenix comes from the egg, which is beautiful. Chrysalis, a place for creation. It recreates itself. She's constantly transforming, which we can do consistently with our mental states. And then also that container, that beautiful chrysalis of sleep, of emerging, that the lotus does, and that the phoenix does, and rising with the sun the next day. Enjoy.